So guys, when you hear drama never rest. In case you don't know that, same thing wey one girl do few months ago, Nigeria president just do now, wey dey cause kasala. Wetin the girl do? Dem say the girl im register for JAMB and later im go and forge the result of the JAMB, wey be say e become a topic on national TV. Forge. Same thing is happened to Nigeria president, as it was alleged that President Tinubu forged his result, and this thing don dey cause kasala now, where everybody dey talk say why president go forge result why president wey be say him be the papa, wey be say everybody dey look say this man him be our father we go dey look him step how he go dey get mind go forge result, come give the result to INEC. Say me INEC be check am, and INEC no check anything until the wahala come happen now, where everybody dey talk say Tinubu forge this, Tinubu forge that, and Tinubu don become president now. I no sure say this man as he become president, nobody fit remove am as president. But e be like say ATIKU don go court he say make the Supreme Court checkmate the certificate very well, say na forge one so they make dem remove Tinubu. The thing wey never clear me be say, have you ever see a president for Nigeria wey dem go just remove like that? I never see but I believe say a lot of things fit happen in our politics. In Nigeria politics, if you see drama plenty, na be the wahala wey say it dey happen now. Make e no be say na me dey tell you wetin dey sup for this issue of certificate wey dey happen. Take a look at the video.
Social media is not going to rest when they hear that. You know what people did? They went to pull up Festus Keyam's tweet. Let me read his tweet there. He wrote, and this was in 2019, by the definition of school certificate or its equivalent in section 318 of the 1999 Constitution, you don't need a WAEC certificate to become president or governor. But if you present a forged WAEC or other certificate to INEC for any office, you will be disqualified. Well, in response to Keyamo, Daniel Boala wrote, all the factual and legal points that Festus Keyamo raised and argued about Tinubu's certificate forgery from High Court to Supreme Court are the points haunting Tinubu's legitimacy today. All the tweets that Festus Keyamo made in 2019 to defend Buhari's certificate are the tweets killing Tinubu's defenses today. Keyamo to Tinubu is what Maguire is to Man United. Didn't I tell you? Kokoro ton jeffo inu efo lo wa. Yes, you can't play. You can't play with me. No, I had to go there, but that Daniel Wallace tweet was. But isn't it true, Ayo? I want to come to you on this one because I mean Daniel Wallace really just hit the nail on the head there. Yes. Because the whole point is about the fact that whether Tinubu forged the certificate or not, but we know that the case is in court. Yeah. So there's no evidence until it's proven, because obviously all we have is a deposition. Yes. I mean a transcript, and so it needs to be investigated like the lawyers have said. Yeah. Ayo.
Wow, so many things. A busy day yesterday. I don't even know where to start.
Yes.
From. We've had quite a detailed conversation, as you alluded to when you were speaking about the story. But to Chief Bayo Ononuga's tweet and Mr. Festus Keyamo's old tweet. By the way, they say he's been quite quiet. Maybe his ministry must be very tasky.
Oh, he's going to come with it.
Because we haven't heard a lot from him. The only thing we can see are his old tweets. He hasn't responded, and it is very unlike him. Yes. So I have to mention that. Yeah. Usually he's very quick to respond. But on the issue on ground, yesterday's press conference gave the ATIKU camp an opportunity for the first time himself, that's Waziri Abubakar Atiku, to speak to these issues. And he had talked about the fact that he was doing it based, and as we've said a number of times, beyond the law, on issues of morality. We're talking about the seat of the president. It ought to be honorable. So for the sake of truth, and because the Nigerian people deserve to know the truth, this has to be pursued till the very end. And in his own estimation, the very end is until the Supreme Court rules, right? Now, Mr. Festus Keyamo saying that his tweet about, a former tweet just demonstrates again to us that it depends on which side of the divide you're sitting on.
Absolutely.
That's what then makes your that makes what you tilt towards. He says that he has given us the definition clearly, and so except he wants to go against what he says he made a mistake or he didn't interpret the law properly, he has already answered the question for APC.
Yes.
Now another thing is that I want to talk to the insinuations and innuendos that Chief Bayo Ononuga spoke about. And that's why it's clear to say there are insinuations as well from the other camp in terms of parties stating that, oh, the certificate was gotten from third party, when there's nothing, absolutely nothing like that in the deposition.
Yes,
that has to be made
I showed
clear.
you guys. I actually did go to the Chicago State University.
Yes,
you
and
can
yesterday.
you can click on the link there and you can order your diploma online.
So just to mention that we need to debunk that, because that news has, a lot of people are quoting it, it's been going on, and that they have taken it as the truth. It is it's not, it doesn't exist at all. So just to mention that in eras of insinuations and innuendos, they themselves must be careful to not give insinuations and innuendos around the fact of the matter, and just present facts to the people. At the end of the day, like you said, Oji, the Supreme Court will rule. But what is important to Nigerians is that the truth has to be said.
Yes.
Irrespective of the outcome, the truth ought to be said.
Yes.
It is important. Let's call it yo-yoing. It's a distraction. It's not a distraction. This is critical matter.
Absolutely.
Whatever happens, it has international impact for Nigeria.
Yes.
It has impact on even our younger people. Who are examples? What do we see in terms of people whether having real certificates or not, who are in power?
Truly a subject of national importance. But I want to go back on that fact of going to Chicago State University to get your degree. I want to take a story before I come to you, Rufai. In the meantime, a short clip where President Bola Ahmed Tinubu addressed an elite audience at the Chatham House in London in December last year, in which he confirmed that Chicago State University provided him with an original copy of his certificate. Is making the rounds on social media. Let's take a look.
I've had a very good exposure in life. My record is consistent, and the school and the university, they question, they now confessed that they wasted their money and their time. Equally, it remains the same. Deloitte, Chicago State University, where I graduated, has attested to that. Now I can announce that I've received my original replacement degree certificate from them. The Deloitte trained me as an accounting firm. Mobile has attested to my record, a standing record. I got to the pinnacle of my career. And the private sector, who among them can brag about that?
All right, Rufai, that was last year in 2022. He says that he received his original degree certificate from Chicago State University.
Oji, it is sad at a time like this, I have to do my job as a journalist, but I'm a journalist, I stick to the truth. In fact-checking all what the president has said, they're all false. As we speak, Chicago State in that deposition said nothing of such. In fact, it was the replacement certificate they gave a Nahoro Eba. It is a Nahoro Eba that has that replacement certificate, not the president. That statement, false. Second statement, Deloitte. He said if you go and check Deloitte, Deloitte was subpoenaed by Nahoro Eba, and they said they don't know anybody in the fashion of the president. The statement again, false. What's the other thing he said there as regards, I think it was just only those two claims. Everything was false, what he said in that. I'm sorry I have to do this, but I have to do my job as a journalist by fact-checking. It's not of the truth at all. Okay,
Rufai, I have to make it clear though. We have to be sure, because at the end of the day, like I said earlier, the case has to be investigated. And this comment we're making, wait, let me just say, this comment we're making is a statement that was made by Westberg, who is the witness at the Chicago State University. So he just made those statements, so we need to be factual in terms of comparing those and doing the investigation and making sure that he's been found guilty of forgery.
I understand and I appreciate what you said, but based on the evidence we have at hand.
Yes.
And I'll give you factual analysis. Nahoro Eba subpoenaed Deloitte. Let me check for that. I think I have to read verbatim. September 20, 2022, It's a response to Leigh, Essenberg and Franklin Limited. Attention, Matthew J. Calls. That was the lawyer through which now Horeba subpoenaed. This is with Deloitte's logo, and it said Deloitte LLP, 30 Rockefeller Plaza, New York. It said, Dear Mr. Quos, we released a subpoena dated 16th September 2022 seeking employment record for Bola Ahmed Tinubu, SSN 059 DOB. Please be advised that we have no record of Bola Ahmed Tinubu in our systems, and we have no such employment records for them.
And this is Deloitte?
Yeah, this is Deloitte.
Okay.
Signed by Tish Negron, senior legal specialist. These were part of the documents in the deposition by Nahor Eba. So that's from the context at which I gave you facts
that you gave
for the
me
matter.
those comments.
But in all of this, let's wait for the court, to be able to rule as regards all of this. There's been many discrepancies across both sides. And I also want to say for the opt-in time, there was in no place in the deposition that a third party was mentioned as granting certificates in that deposition by CSU. We have to reiterate that because we have a right to inform our audience.
Absolutely.
And on this network, the facts lead. So that's why when I made a claim just now, I brought out the facts.
Good.
Second claim I made as regards CSU, I brought out the fact by saying it is with Enahoro Eba, and it was also written clearly in the deposition.
Yeah, so I mean, in all of this, at the end of the day, Kayode, the Nigerian public want to know the truth, whether or not our president forged his certificate quickly, so we can take our final story.
Well, for me, I would end with what I started with, which is Nigerians, especially our young people, say my truth, your truth, they're different, but the bottom line is there is a truth that is consistent.
Right.
There are truths that you can point to from those who are members of APC, including the one that we had on the show this morning, that they're saying the truth. Did he attend the university or not? Even the school confirmed that he attended, and that is the truth. And they can hold on to that and say, for that reason, nobody should raise any other issue. On the other hand, the other issue is the document. Was it emanating from the institution that is called CSU?
Well,
the CSU said it is not from them.
It's not from them.
So whether you now want to call it fake or forged or fraudulent or any other name, that is going to be the court that makes the final decision on it, and that is somebody's truth. So we have to find which one is the absolute truth that is incontrovertible.
Right. All right. We don't have much time, but I also wanted to raise that point ATIKU made earlier when he, praised Gani Fawemi. I thought that was such an important point that he made because obviously this case has been going on for years, and we're hoping that we're going to see the end of it sooner than later. Again, may his soul rest in peace. Gani Fawemi was a great addition to our Nigerian history.
Welcome back, guys. Now you don't watch that video and you don't see what I'm really talking about. What do you really think about this thing? Is it right for a president to forge a certificate, or it don't even matter? What are your takes about this? Never forget that we said during the era of President Muhammadu Buhari, say even if na NEPA bill Buhari submit for INEC, he go be the president, and he later became the president and even spent 80 years for us. We say the 80 years na beg we dey beg ourselves, make them let us breathe. Now it don't be Tinubu term. Wetin you think? Shey make dem remove Tinubu as president ni, or make dem just leave am make e finish in 4 years, do another 4 years, making 80 years? What do you think about that? Give your comments in the comment section below if you want Tinubu to be removed or you want him to continue as president. Give your comments in the comment section below. Let's hear from you, and don't forget to share this video to other people out there. It's your boy Holla of MaiMedia TV, and I'm gonna see you in another video. Peace out.